Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be talking about Isabelle in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now I'm sure you all know Isabelle is our brand new fighter for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, revealed at the latest Nintendo Direct. And I'm actually really excited to see her in. She looks really cool, looks like a lot of fun, and is definitely not an Echo Fighter, a villager. I'm actually really excited to see her in. However, I won't lie to you, I wasn't as excited as everybody else was at first because I was pretty much expecting a big new character, but obviously Isabelle is a new character. However, when I saw the trailer, I thought she was an Echo Fighter, so I was a little disappointed, but now that I know she's a new fighter and that there's a lot that she has to offer, I'm definitely a lot more excited than I used to be, and I'm pretty hyped to play as her in the game, especially since she looks like a lot better version of Villager, in my opinion. I know that we have to wait and see what comes out of this, but I think she looks a lot better and more fun to play as than Villager does. Especially since she has two grabs, one of those being the fishing pole, and she also has the net, so that's definitely something that's really cool about her. She also has a couple other new moves like the Lloyd Rocket and other stuff, so I definitely think that she is a new character and she deserves to be called a new character. But Isabelle is a welcome addition because I feel like she represents what Smash Bros. Is all about. You know, we have big characters like Ridley and King K. Rool and even Cloud and Snake that are going to bring in a lot of new people to Smash Brothers, that are a lot of old gamers or maybe gamers from other franchises that are going to come and play Smash Bros. But I feel like Isabelle is for the Nintendo fans that have been following Nintendo for a long time, watch every Nintendo Direct, play all their games. I feel like this is the character for the core Nintendo fans, and Smash Brothers is a series celebrating Nintendo for the core fans. You know, Isabelle is really that character like the Inkling that is for all the Nintendo fans that play pretty much all the games, and I feel like Animal Crossing definitely deserves some more attention in Smash Bros. Since it's been such a huge franchise, plus we're getting a new one, so it definitely makes a lot of sense, and I think she's earned her spot in the game. And she kind of represents the new age of Animal Crossing, kind of like Chrom represents the new age of Fire Emblem, so I definitely think she deserves it, and it's really cool to see her in the game. Isabelle looks a lot better than Villager in my opinion. Her Nair definitely looks a lot better than Villager's, which was really slow, and she doesn't have the tree, so that's definitely depending on how you look at it, it's definitely a plus because the tree is a lot harder to set up than the Lloyd Rocket looks. And then she also has those two grabs, so she has the net and she also has the fishing pole, so that definitely looks like it's going to be a good thing in her part. It might be a little bit slow, but I also think that a lot of people who get used to the move could use it to their advantage and make it pretty much broken. I still just think it's cool to see her in the game, not as an Echo Fighter. I mean, they definitely could have made her an Echo Fighter. However, I don't really think that that would have fit her character. You know, using a bowling ball and the axe, it just didn't really make sense. I'm not that big of an Animal Crossing fan, but that still didn't make sense for Isabelle. However, they definitely could have done it. And in terms of what people are saying about Isabelle taking up slots, I don't think that's the case, since obviously they didn't put a lot of development time into her character. Not to mention that there are a limited amount of spots that they can put in. It doesn't really matter about the number. However, I do think that we'll be getting about three more new characters. I know a lot of people are talking about a box. Like, this box could tell us how many characters are left. I'll make a video about this later, but personally, I just think this is promotional material, and they could change up the layout of the box whenever they want, so it really doesn't mean anything to me. But believe it or not, my most excited thing about seeing Isabelle in Smash has nothing to do with her character. It actually has more to do with how her moveset is set up, because obviously she's not an Echo Fighter, but her moveset is still based on Villager. However, she has a lot of unique moves. I think this same situation could happen to get my favorite or most wanted new character in Smash Ultimate, which would be Rex and Pyra. So basically, I think that they could do a similar situation with Isabelle, where they just take the construct of Shulk's moves, like his up B and his neutral moves and, you know, all of that. Just take out the neutral B, add in Pyra and Mythra, and then put in some affinity levels, maybe in the anchor shot, and then that'll be it. Because when you really think about it, the Monado and Rex's blade both share like the same kind of construct, where there's a blade and then an energy beam comes out of it. So if Rex just takes Shulk's neutral moves like his Nair and his forward air and his up B and just add in a few things like the anchor shot and the infinity and have Pyra and Mythra in the background like they do with Pokemon Trainer, then they could definitely make it happen. Now, a lot of people might say that they're too early, and I'll definitely be talking about why they're not in a future video for Rex and Pyra's moveset theory. But to have the shortened version, they started making the characters in February of 2015. This is confirmed by the character designer. The game has been in development since 2014, and they definitely finished the character designs by the end of the summer, or at least by the end of 2015, to have the game ready by the end of 2017. Not to mention that there was a trailer in January of 2017, so a lot of people who are going to tell me that the characters were finalized in December of 2016, that can't be true, because if they were in this trailer so soon, how would they have modeled the characters, or how would they have gotten the voice acting, etc. So personally, I feel like they might have finalized the characters in the summer of 2015 and had at least a really good portion of the game done by December of 2016 when Sakurai was making the project proposal. However, if not, they still could have made this character based off of Shulk's moveset in the middle of development. I know that's unlikely, but since Rex has been so popular both in Japan and America, it could happen. So you never know. I definitely think they'll be in the game at some point, but I do think, I'm a strong believer that they'll be in the base game. And if they did with Isabelle and Villager what they could do for Shulk and Rex, then they could definitely make it happen. Just change up a couple of the moves, add in Pyra and Mythra. Now that would be the hardest part, since there's two character models that they have to make, and to make it work with 8-player Smash and stuff. So I think that they could just have Pyra and Rex, or or Rex and Mythra on at a time, so it could be like the Pokemon Trainer. So who knows? It probably could happen. I definitely think it could happen, but it's up in the air. We'll see what happens. And with the way that the new Echo Fighters, or really clones I should say, are set up, where they're changing moves now like Isabelle has, I feel like characters like Dixie Kong and Shadow are more likely, since they've been requested for years on end. And I don't really see why the box theory would debunk those characters. At most, I think we'll get about 3 or maybe 4 new characters, but that'll be it. I think we'll get 2 new characters and 2 Echo Fighters, so I think we'll get 4 more in total. 1 reveal in October, and then maybe 2 brand new characters and 1 Echo Fighter in a direct in November. Well, that's all I got to say about Isabelle and Smash for now. I think we'll get a new reveal in November with the direct, so we'll just have to wait until then. I'll definitely be making more videos in the time between then, so subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.